Hi, I'm Hunter Wells, and I'm doing the social penetration theory, and I'm going to be tied into social media and how it's easier to self-disclose yourself using social media when communicating to others, because you don't have to worry about being so shy with the person when you actually physically meet them. The definition of social penetration theory is it asserts that relationships become closer and more personal through gradually increasing self-disclosure. Basically, it's just stating how it's easy to go ahead and release your self-disclosure with somebody, and its importance of it. And I feel like social media is a very good way to kind of break the ice and eliminate the whole shyness when you get to meet a person, and when you actually see them, you're not like, oh my god, who's this person, where are they from? Then you have to ask all those questions as far as, trying to meet someone. But with turning into social media, that you can actually do that. The research shows, according to Taylor and Altman of WordPress, social media has provided individuals with forums of self-disclosure like we have never seen it before in history. Basically, what this is saying is, in the past, there hasn't been a lot of use of social media within probably 10, 12 years ago, but now the numbers just keep increasing, and the website actually predicted that those continue to increase just because of how technology just keeps advancing and advancing and advancing, and more people are starting to use this. It's very important that a lot of people start doing this, because every research that they were talking about in the whole article was just stating how that everybody's starting to do it now regardless of the person's age. The personal thing is, this gives people social media advantage against people who don't use it when they meet someone. So someone may not use social media, they might not be able to communicate as effectively with the person that is using it, because they might not be able to use it as much. But if you have two people who are using social media together, and they might be able to connect with each other before meeting each other prior physically, therefore it'll be less awkward when they actually do see each other, and they'll kind of break the ice, and they won't be able to feel as awkward with each other as they would be if they didn't meet each other prior to social media. As far as professional benefits, I feel like it's very important to have a social media and to make sure that it's very clean as well, because employers obviously check that. So an employer goes out and they're looking for a candidate for a job. Your name pops up on their list as far as putting your resume in. They go down and they look through your social media. This is a good way to express how good of a person you are, first of all, and to just show where you're from, what you're about, and just some personal information, so then when you go to the interview with the employee, that you already have those questions answered, and you guys do not need to sit there and discuss typical ABC conversations that are very normal and very obviously not important to the fact, because if they go through your social media, they can already figure all these things out. And it's important too, because that you guys have a good relationship prior. They might go ahead and message you like, hey, we checked out your Twitter, we'd like to come in and check it out. And that'd be really good for someone that's coming to look for a job, because a lot of people don't get jobs due to their social media. And the social benefits of it would definitely just be being exposed to people who have social media, because everyone's doing it now regardless of your age. I know my little brothers have social media, all the way up to my grandparents have social media. My great-grandma actually has social media as well. And this is very easy, because everyone in the generation is starting to use it now. So if everyone's on the same page, you guys can connect a lot easier. So that if I'm going to meet someone who's in their 40s that doesn't have social media, it'll be a little bit less awkward as if they did have a social media, that we could go ahead and connect prior to meeting up, and we could kind of know and find a little bit about each other before physically meeting each other in person for the first time. I think that's very important. Communication's obviously the most important thing, I feel like, in this world, and I feel like this kind of gives everyone the edge. I'm going to go ahead and conclude my presentation about the TED Talk on social penetration theory and how it ties into social media. I'd just like to thank you guys for watching.